Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to Dominions 4. This is the second series, and we are going to be playing with Jomon. I hope I pronounced that right. There were 2 votes for Jomon after the last episode of Vanheim, and I did say I was going to pick my own 3 choices, and ironically, I also picked Jomon. Second was Bogarus, and third was Pangaea. So, all the other requested nations are in the game. So we got Bogarus, Pangaea, Gath, and Lemuria. So those are all handpicked, and then there are 4, I think there's a total of 8 AI, so we got another 4 random ones in there, including 1 water one. Now, as for our units here, just kind of looking at them briefly, I've gone over them a little bit. This is the first time I played Late Age. All the AI are on difficult this time instead of normal, so I might get crushed in the first 10 turns. I don't know, we'll see. So my initial thoughts on their units are, first off, we got the Ashigaru. Not a great unit, but I'm thinking is probably our best choice for absorbing arrows. That's my thinking. I don't know. We'll see. The Samurai Archer, pretty solid, I think. Got a longbow for 12 damage. Decent precision there. These next 2, the Samurai, I don't see any point of building these when you can build the Oban, the Go Hatamoto, and the Akaoni Samurai. I just think that for the cost of these Samurai, you can build these 3 that are significantly better all around and just slightly more expensive. Samurai Cavalry, kind of a strange unit. Doesn't have a hoof attack. So very strange. I don't know. I'd probably try to mix those in, though I think they're a little expensive. And personally, I think that these Sacred units are pretty bad. They don't do any more damage than anyone else with a katana, which interestingly enough has pierce damage. Pretty nice. Defense attack, pretty standard with the rest of the units, and our bless is not great. I will get into that later. Yamabushi, the only thing interesting about them, they do have the Naginata, so it does do some pretty good damage, 21. I would say this is the better option out of the 2, from what I can tell. Now, I did go with a Celestial General with a 5 in Astral, 2 in Air, 2 in Earth. And I did pump up Dominion all the way to 9 to give it Awe 1. I do want to use it more than I did with Firlanom in the last episode, so we'll see how that goes. Having 5 Astral, we can craft some items that will let us get to 8, and I'm thinking we can boost our casters. And with that said, looking at our casters, I'm liking the look of this Master Shujinja, which can, with some luck, get us to Earth and Nature 3. Granted, it's like 1 out of 25, but I'm thinking I'm going to build these en masse, and eventually we'll get there. Same with this guy, 2 in Astral, and then potential for another couple levels there. So, the rest are, this guy doesn't really impress me. He's got 1 spell, and he's a Sacred. And then this one, level 2 Priest, so maybe if we get a lot of death getting thrown at us, a lot of summons like Horde of Skeletons like Zabalba in the last game, we might have some use for that guy. And then their commanders are pretty much just straightforward fighting units, no magic or anything like that. And then we of course have the ninja for our scout. Pretty awesome. I'm going to build the Master Shujinja to start out. I'm thinking I'm going to actually turn him into the Prophet, because they actually have some national spells based on a holy and a spell path. So we'll see what we get out of that, and maybe we can put it to use. And I do like to build archers to start out, so we'll get our assassin going out here. I'm thinking strategically, this mountain range is going to be a problem. This is Panagama, I can't remember the map. It is wraparound. I'm finding that I like the wraparound now. I don't know. Originally, I wasn't too crazy about it, but I think it's a little more fair. It's kind of like when you don't have a wraparound and you're on the edge of the map, it seems like a huge advantage to me. But this mountain range is going to be an issue. We only have this 1 spot here, which we will not be able to rely on passing through there. So I'm thinking defending both sides of the mountain would be kind of a pain. The other thing about this map is there aren't many places where you need cold scales to pass these rivers. There's 1 spot, but look at these. Okay? So, really the rivers aren't much of an issue in this game. And the last thing I can say is if I can bust into one of these water provinces, then we can get a national Water 3 Mage, which is awesome because it's so easy to bump a Water Bracelet and a Robe of the Sea, which would put him at level 5. Pretty nice. Pretty nice sounding. So now the question is, do we want to go up or down? And I don't know. I didn't really think about it that much. We'll go up. Looks good to me. He's just going to have to defend. I'm setting Research to Conjuration. I'm looking at... I do want to use new spells. Let's go ahead and hit end turn. So, one thing is, last game we did have a lot of Earth Mages, being Vanheim. And one thing I want to do differently is, since we also have Earth here, is kind of stay away from the... as I set this up. Kind of stay away from the evocation spells. Let's turn this into the Prophet. Looks good. And work more towards, I'm thinking, alteration, because we're samurais. That means we're badasses, and it just doesn't seem right to me to, I don't know, not emphasize the badassery of the samurai. I'm now concerned that if I go up, I'm going to hit this throne and not be able to take that province. Because they tend to be pretty tough. So maybe I ought to actually go down. Which is stupid, because now my scout's up there. So it's a good start. But I'm going to do that. I find that I can't take these throne provinces too early. Our units are super expensive. So that is another thing to watch out for. Very high resource cost. And I did bump our resource scales just a little bit, even though I'm not too crazy on that scale. Mainly because, to me, you get a handful of whatchamacallits, castles out, and really the scales don't matter that much because your gold tends to... look at my archers failing miserably right now. You know, the gold tends to run out before you can spend all your resources anyway. Oh, they left that guy to get murdered by that tree. Man. One thing that's nice about them is their archers have a katana blade. I can't remember if I mentioned that already, but they're not bad in melee. Not terrible, at least. So we did win our first province. That's a good start. -2 to my Dominion already. Wow, that's pretty rough. And let's take a look at the option here for his spells, because they have... So we got 3 of them. We lucked out. I think those are the 3 based on elements. And we got... Let's see, sentries use hand, blah, 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 blah. Teaching sign allows the monk to use the pure knowledge of divine principle, increasing his esoteric skills. So I think, if I recall correctly, that one increases all of his spell levels. I could be wrong. I might be making a lot of this up. I do tend to make things up a lot. Projectiles will also harmlessly fall to the ground around the comforted ones. Okay. I'll have to look these up, because they're not very specific on the effects. Earth touching sign allows the monk to defeat the evils. Okay, this one is specific for demons, I believe. Maybe even undead. Only affects demons. There it is. So, interesting stuff. I'm kind of excited to try those out. Bump up my province defense just so nothing walks in on me. Let's see. 60 light infantry crossbowmen are scary. They terrify me. I tested out a game very briefly, played a few turns. They do pretty good damage. Let's see. Let's research with him. And then over here, I'm thinking we should be good there. 40 units. It's not great. Actually, might as well pick these units up here. Shintaro. I did set renaming on, so if you would like a character named after you, or after someone else, you let me know. I'm going to have to put in like Ujio and Katsumoto and stuff like that. From The Last Samurai, which is a movie that I love. Great movie. Alright, we're going to meet in that province. Should be able to take that out with relative ease. The other thing I want to do, because our units are so expensive as far as resources go, is get up at least 1, maybe 2 early castles. That's one thing I'm really kind of looking for doing. Now, with that said, I like these units right here. They have no dachis. It's not a piercing weapon like the katana, which is strange to me, because I think an adachi is just a very large katana, like a two-handed weapon. Well, katana can be, whatever. Attack skill's a little higher than the other units. They have great protection, 17. Let's go ahead and pump some of those guys out. Looks good. And wham. So pretty excited to get this started. I did enjoy the Vanheim game a lot, and I'm obsessed with this game in general. So, of course, comments are welcome. Make suggestions on research, things like that. My goal this game is to not, I don't know, get too crazy with my research paths like I did in Vanheim. I like bounced all over the place at the start. I'm hoping my units take care of these guys in the front line because my archers I have set to shoot at their archers apparently. And it is questionable whether that is ideal or not. Here they go. Routing. We're going to be okay here. There they go. Taking off. 346 gold. Very nice. There's Satis. I feel like Satis is in pretty much every game I have from the looks of it. Ah, oh, man. No, that's not going to work. I was thinking I could use Shintaro, or actually Miko, to shuttle units over to Shintaro, but he's only got so much leadership, so can't do that. I'll have to make another leader at some point. Okay, still no... haven't gotten lucky yet. It's only been 2 turns so far for the level 3 caster. And there's the crossbowman. I am a little concerned about that. Probably not a bad idea to leave my archers shooting at archers, so hopefully we can take them out. Let's go for it. Everybody's researching. Looks good. I don't know what to expect. I don't know anything about these nations. I know the Gath is the giants of the late age, so that could be interesting. I expect them to be challenging, but that is one reason why I thought that was a terrible shot. This could have been a bad idea. Now they're shooting at the closest target. Maybe the other guys are out of range. I don't know. But I'm thinking that... wow, they got murdered. I'm thinking that the alteration spells will be useful. There's a few in there that buff the strength of units. A few in there that, you know, make it harder for them to hit, get extra attacks. There goes our Ashigaru. So we're going to get to see our archers in melee here. I hope this works out. Or else we might be in trouble. You can do it, guys. I got faith. Oh, God. There you go. Mow them down up front. Oh, man. Swordsman. This is not good. How are they doing? 12 defense. A little better than our offensive skill, so we might lose this one in the long run. There we go. That was a nice volley of arrows. That worked out. Now it's a matter of whether we can shoot down these crossbowmen, and they're actually routing, so that is good. I was a little worried there. That would have been a horrible start. Problem is now I'm really low on melee units. In fact, I have none, practically. Let's see. What do we have here? Haunted Village. 1 death gem. Another thing I'm looking for, and maybe I ought to start searching for them already, is some water sites. The reason being that with the number of national summons that we have the summon Kappa. And I'm kind of thinking that might be an option for getting into a water province. If I can find one that's fairly weak. Those two would not be good options. But if I can get a good amount of water gems coming in early, you know, let's go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna hit it early. Let's go like that. Heavy infantry's crossbowmen. Boy, I'm a little concerned about progressing already. So let's see. We need to get some reinforcements out to our peeps. I'm kind of liking the look of the daimyo as far as our commanders go. They're all pretty decent from the looks of it. But the daimyo, for the cost, it does give you the most leadership. So I'm probably going to lean towards that mostly. Let's get some more of these. course, I hate to put only them up front and not have any Ashigaru to take some arrows for us, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, they're moving. Yeah, that's going to slow my expansion down a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. We have all these mountains to kind of block us off, so hopefully I can use that to our advantage. I felt like early expansion might be slow with them. I wasn't certain, but it did seem like, just given the expensive units that they have, that it would be hard to kind of pull in a lot of reinforcements and things like that, so I'm okay with this. I'm okay. Let's go something like that. That's fine. And so they'll meet right there. Then we'll hit this and probably head towards the throne. Hopefully we can take that. Do our little site search right here. Still no AI. I got plenty of breathing room, apparently. No sites found. Unfortunate. So now the question is, do we keep this guy in? He does have a Hall of Fame entry. Huh. Increased number of hit points, too. That's pretty nice. Or do we just keep them together? You know, let's stick with him. Anybody wounded here? Yeah, a little bit. I kind of wonder if I should be, I don't know, holding and attacking as opposed to attacking flat out. But, I don't know. We'll find out. I think it'll work out alright anyway. Okay. Shujinja. I'm just gonna... Well, you know what? Let's hit one of these, and we'll start searching for astral sites, too. That's probably not a bad idea. I did not do a good job of searching for sites in the first game, so that is definitely something I want to look at. Try to do a little better. We, of course, know about the period where I used Dark Knowledge like 47 times in a row and failed every single one of them, so... I would like to get out there and get on foot and hopefully find some sites that way. Yeah. I like these guys right here, the Go Hatamotos. They're pretty badass. Get out of here. Routing. Nice. So, I don't know. The other thing I want to use gems on is items for... Okay, nice. 3 Dominion. Items for making a decent fighting character. So, a thug, if I may. So, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. The other thing I need to get out is a... Oh, I forgot they're slow to recruit. Okay. I do want to get a priest out to start putting down temples. That's the other adjustment I want to make, is making sure that I have a lot of temples out, especially early. The earlier the better, I think. Okay, we got our daimyo going back. He could probably clear this province for us even without many units in his army. No magic sites. The Gnome Peaks. And I, of course, won't be viewing all the battles. Just thought at the start, they're so quick, you know. It's nice to see the units in action. Hack them up. Wow. Gotta give it to those light infantry for not routing. Dying to the last man, Spartan style. Man, the archer's just missing like crazy. Oops. No losses, that's good. Don't want to forget to bump up my resources. I am stockpiling a lot of gold. Like I said, I do kind of want to go with an early castle or two. And a lot of temples, so... Alright, let's go like this. Wow, he's got so much... 4 squads, you gotta love that. Put those guys up front. Should probably set him to stay behind our troops. Just to play it safe. Alright, there we go. 50 units. Ugh. I think we can handle it. Hopefully I'm right. Oh, look at that! Our dude got 3. I never would have guessed. Oh my god, do you realize the chances? Wow, I think that's like... Wow. Okay, look at it this way. If we made 500 of these things, 100 of them would have Earth on the first level. 20 of those would have Earth on the second level. And then only 2 of them would get a third level of magic. And 1/5 of those, too, would be Earth level 3. And we just got it on the first one. That is amazing. I cannot believe that. Wow. What are the chances? I cannot believe it. Let's grab some of these guys. Looks good. These dudes have bodyguard also, which is something we'll probably have to put to use maybe. Just a little bit. 70 units. Can we take that? I don't think we can. That's a problem. That is a problem because... Oh, I don't like that at all. Well, maybe we better go this way. I do want to get that astral searching out. Dang it. Alright, we're going to leave him on research for now. I feel like I'm a little slow on the research probably. I'm thinking I got to go for this throne now. Because that's going to open up a lot more expansion options. I would like to go here. Then over to here. We could... Well... I'm thinking again that this river blocks movement, but it doesn't. So, I don't know. Definitely a slow expansion. Definitely slow. Ooh. Wow, here we go. Spectral Histatus. Those are the Lemurians. Okay, so we might have a use for our whatchamacallits? Priests, our level 2 ones. Okay, we're gonna hit these temples. We're gonna hit them hard. I still am blown away by that. Wow. What are the chances of that? First one. He gets level 3. Ironically, I would have much rather have had it on the Shugenja instead of that, whatever the heck the Omiyoka, whatever it's called. Omiyoji. I don't know. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. Okay, found a magic site. There we go. There's an earth gem. Alright, we should be good here. 40 units. Of course, they lost a whole bunch of them when I, That's kind of unfortunate. Let's go with this guy now. Don't want to incur the penalty to morale if I don't have to. Oh, wait. There we go. Send him back. We'll have him clear the top half of the country. So, let's get him some more archers. Probably some of these guys. Some fodder. So we got our Earth 3. The Earth 3 is big because that lets us get the Dwarven Hammer. So I'm excited about that. Researching. Build our temple. I almost forgot. Let's see. Where do we want to put our first province? Our first castle, I mean. I don't know. I like to put them at least one space away from another castle. So they're not taking resources from each other. Might plop it right down on the Throne of Ascension. That seems like a decent spot. It's at a choke point on the south side. So that's a good thing. Let's see. This could be a pretty big fight, actually. Where are those missiles? Oh my god. Freaking murdered them. That's not good. That did a lot more damage than I thought. Nice volley from ours, though. There we go. It kind of looks like the crossbows, and it does make sense that they fire a lot slower than the bows. We should murder these guys in melee, though, too. And it does seem like our protection, our heavy armor, is really helping against the crossbows, too. It's unfortunate that we have no shields in our army. That might be something that I'll look to supplement with Endies. Especially if I can find, like, those, let's see, attack. Oh, they lost a lot of units there. Like, for example, yeah. See, we could do heavy infantry. That'll get us a shield. That would be better than using the Ashigaru, I think. Okay, not quite back yet. There we go. Search this site. Did I forget to do that last turn? I can't remember. Throne of the Second Age. Spreads Dominion 2. And blessed troops get strength +1. That's kind of nice. Let's take a look at that. Okay, I would love to have this one. It's level 2, but it gives you a Lore Master and a Sage, and I do believe Sages bring in like 20-some research per turn, so pretty amazing unit. So claim the Throne of Ascension. That looks pretty good. Recruit-wise, pick up some of the... you know, we don't want to go with too many different units because we don't have a daimyo coming over. He's only got 2. He can only hold 2 squads before we start taking penalties. That looks alright. So we got claim the Throne of Ascension. Alright, and our god has arrived. Seatsun is what I named him. I made that up completely. I'm going to build a commander right here, and I'm thinking, man, that's not going to be a whole lot of... Let's see, 49 resources. 45, so I guess that's not bad. 90, we get about 30 from there, about 30 some from there. So yeah, this is actually going to be decent. 85 resources in the actual throne area, so I think we'll build a castle there. That's a really good choke point. Should be enough resources for us. And here is our god. He does have Awe. Shock resistant 4. Good research. Astral Mage. Should be able to cast Mist for him, so good spell for him once we get to Alteration 3. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to call it an episode there. Next episode, I'm looking to head up towards the throne. Hopefully Stis doesn't beat us there. They're a little weak, 30 units. I forgot to move my scout the entire game. Oh, whoops. That's awesome. It's a good start. And yeah, that's going to do it. What do we got down here? This is Bogarus down here, so we'll watch out for that. Set him to a temple. If you have any suggestions, comments, anything like that, you let me know in the comments below. And I will see you in the next episode.